News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Three people are arrested for burglary, and a free program is being offered to learn more about diabetes. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Police investigate a possible squatting situation involving drugs. It's Wednesday, January 22nd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, a neighbor's complaint leads to the arrest of three people, all facing charges of burglary for allegedly living in a home that was not theirs. Brad Francis has more.
These three people are under arrest, facing charges of burglary, use and/or possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance. They're identified as Taylor Thompson, Kevin Greinowicki, and Miranda Wobble. They were placed under arrest after a woman living on West Zapata Drive called police January 3rd to report suspicious activity at a home next door. She told officers there was an extension cord coming out of a window of that home and that it was plugged into a receptacle on her home. She went on to say the house should be vacant and whoever had run the extension cord did not have permission to use her electricity. When deputies arrived, they say they found the front door locked, but describe a hole large enough for a hand to reach through to lock and unlock it. Officers observed the extension cord the neighbor had described, and according to the arrest report, found Thompson, Greinowicki, and Wobble inside the home. Officers say they observed two crystal rocks identified as methamphetamine and other drug paraphernalia in the room where the suspects were located. All three were read their rights. None wished to speak to the officers. The former owner of the home told deputies the Nye County Treasurer's Office now owns the vacant property. The Treasurer's Office confirmed that and told officers the home should indeed be vacant. All three individuals were transported to jail without incident.
Well, the Nevada Division of Environmental Protection's Bureau of Water Pollution Control has entered the public notice period for the issuance of an individual Nevada State groundwater discharge permit for Pahrump Valley High School. The public comment period will end on February 24th. The Bureau has reviewed the application and has made a preliminary determination to issue a permit for Pahrump Valley High School for discharges at their facility located at 501 East Calvada Boulevard here in Pahrump. The permit allows reclaimed water which meets Category B or higher bacteriological quality as defined in the Nevada Administrative to be discharged at the subject facility for irrigation. Persons wishing to comment regarding this proposed action should submit their comments to the Nevada Division of Environmental Protection, Bureau of Water Pollution Control at 901 South Stewart Street, Suite 4001 in Carson City, Nevada, 89701, or you can go to their website at ndep.nv.gov. Nye Communities Coalition is offering a 6-week diabetes care program to help those living with the disease to better manage it. It started last week, but it's not too late to get started by joining tomorrow's class. Nye Communities Coalition's Leanne Luna tells us more.
It's a Stanford-written program that allows people who take it to see their doctor less often and talk to the doctor better. So it gives you lots of tools to deal with diabetes, as far as healthy eating and exercise and taking medications and communication. And it's a very good program. We've done it many times, but we are doing it again. It's 2.5 hours. It's for 6 weeks. So starting next week, it'll be 5 weeks. And it's from 1:30 to 4 on Thursdays.
And it's free?
It's free. It's free by the Nye Communities Coalition.
Do people need to register ahead of time?
If they would get a hold of me, that would be great. My email is leanne@nycc.org, or I am at 775-727-9970, extension 204.
Well, digital money is getting a closer look by central banks in several countries, including Japan and Switzerland. Angela Miles has that story and more.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Tapping our news, the deadly coronavirus is sending shockwaves through the stock market. Shortly after health officials confirmed the first case in the U.S., airline stocks, cruise stocks, hotel shares, and even luxury store shares all fell as investors hit the sell button on fears that virus could quickly spread now that it's moving beyond China. Investors also jumped into biotechs developing virus vaccines. Digital money is getting a good look by central banks in Britain, the Eurozone, Japan, Sweden, and Switzerland. The group is considering launching digital currencies of their own. Turning to earnings, IBM shares surged after the tech company beat analysts' expectations on earnings and on revenue.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. Well, more news, including your court report, after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Pioneer Territory CASA is dedicated to providing training and support for court-appointed special advocates, or CASAs, in Nye and Esmeralda counties. The volunteers they train help support neglected or abused children in the foster care system by giving them a voice in the courts. As a nonprofit, Pioneer Territory CASA seeks donations from individuals and businesses. And as executive director, Kathy McKenna explains one of the largest fundraisers is just 3 weeks away.
Crab Fest is our fundraiser where you come and you get to eat all the crab that you would like to have. Now, for those of the people that do not like crab, yes, we do have chicken, but there's a lot of good stuff to go with it. We've got brownies and coleslaw and beans, but a great time is had by all.
A raffle and auction?
Yes, so we have a live auction. Ski and Ron will be there as always. They're great at supporting CASA, and we will be doing. We have a pro shed building, an 8x10 pro shed building that we're going to be auctioning off. I'm hoping to have a weekend or a week vacation to Mexico, and then we have Botox and some pellets that have been donated by Reflections that go over really big. We will have a silent auction. We have our pick-up prize, and then we have our Crab Fest net, which has $1,000 usually of gift cards that we raffle off.
And so if anybody wants to donate, like a business or individuals, they can still do that right now?
Absolutely. All they need to do is give us a call. You can go on our website to contact us. Our website is www.ptcasanv.org, or call our office at 775-505-2272, and we'll love to get any kind of donations for the baskets or for gift cards.
This is really fresh crab. You have 200 tickets. How many do you have left?
So we're down to 80 tickets, and it is fresh crab. It's actually flown in the night before from Oregon. So I don't think you could get any fresher crab here in Southern Nevada.
You can get tickets now. By going on the website, is there a number that they can call as well?
Yes, you can call the office at 775-505-2272. The tickets are $65 a piece, and there's 80 left, so don't hesitate.
And the date, time, and location again for this?
February 15th at 6 o'clock at the Nye Community Coalition.
And then, of course, if you want to become a CASA?
Absolutely. That's the most important part. So we have a training starting in March. It's roughly 7 weeks, 2 nights a week. And my goal is by December of this year, we will have a CASA for every set of siblings. So we really would like anyone to come out that's interested and be happy to talk to you anytime. When a child is taken, sometimes in the middle of the night, they go to a home where they know no one. And this allows them to have a friend, somebody that they will get to know that will be with them throughout the length of time that they are in foster care, which can be 1 year or greater. And, you know, their social worker may change and their foster may change, but that CASA is always there for that child.
Well, Pioneer Territory CASA is a member of the National CASA Association. There are over 950 other local CASA organizations across the United States, with 8 in the state of Nevada. And here is your court report with Unette Gentry.
In this week's court report, after resisting arrest and dragging a motorcycle officer, Robert Ferris appears in Justice Court this morning for his pretrial hearing. That proceeding was scheduled during Ferris's recent arraignment, during which he was appointed attorney Nathan Gent as his public defender, and Ferris was informed of the charges against him. Following Ferris's arrest, he was initially charged with a laundry list of charges, including failure to drive on right half of road, conspiracy to possess a stolen vehicle, resisting a public officer with a deadly weapon, not a firearm, battery with a deadly weapon, assault on a protected person with a deadly weapon, driver disobeys peace officer endangering others, basic speed 41+ miles per hour posted over speed limit, reckless driving with disregard of safety of other persons, driving on sidewalk, another traffic charge, and various drug charges, including possession to sell Schedule 1 through 5 substances, attempt to conspire to violate the Uniform Controlled Substance Act, duty to stop at scene of an accident, failure to render aid at vehicle accident, no proof of insurance, and destroying property of another $250 to $5,000. Investigators say it all started when an officer observed a green Honda fail to drive on the right side of the road on State Route 372 near Walgreens. That's when the officer activated his emergency lights and siren and motioned for the vehicle to pull over. Ferris initially complied and identified himself. Then, after a warrants check, the officer says Ferris's record returned with a dangerous offender notification, or DONS hit, with special conditions. The Honda also returned with a positive match as a stolen vehicle out of Las Vegas. When the officer tried to place Ferris in custody, the suspect pulled away and actively resisted. Then, as the officer struggled with Ferris, that suspect was able to get the Honda into reverse, forcing the now dangling and dragging officer to try to free himself from Ferris and the open vehicle window. And all of this happened just as Ferris struck the officer's motorcycle with the rear of that Honda. That officer landed and then rolled, fearing Ferris was going to run him over. The officer says Ferris sped off and fled the scene, past Walgreens shoppers. Deputies pursued Ferris as he drove at excessive speeds in 5 separate speed zones, crossing over roads, cutting through traffic, and even driving on the sidewalk before crashing. When officers were finally able to search Ferris's possessions, they found a total of 5 small bags of a substance presumed to be hallucinogenic mushrooms, a small glass pipe, and an edible product containing THC. Notably, police also found a parole and probation monthly report that belongs to Ferris. That suspect was taken to Desert View Hospital for medical evaluation before being transported to the Nye County Detention Center. This has been your court report. I'm Unette Gentry for News 25.
All right, more news on the other side of this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Well, January is Thyroid Awareness Month. Up to 20 million Americans have thyroid disease, but oftentimes it's easy to miss. Symptoms of thyroid disease may mirror other ailments like irritable bowel syndrome or even depression, so people may not suspect their thyroid is to blame.
They can come in with saying that I'm not able to sleep through the night, or I'm having diarrhea, or I'm just hot all the time, I'm sweating all the time, I'm losing weight for no reason, I'm hungry all the time, but I'm losing weight. So these are the symptoms that often bring people to the doctor.
The thyroid is the major metabolic regulator in our bodies. It can tell your heart how fast to beat, make your bone turn over faster, and even regulate your mood. The most common types of thyroid disease are overactive or hyperthyroidism and underactive or hypothyroidism. An overactive thyroid can cause problems like diarrhea, sleeplessness, and anxiety. With an underactive thyroid, people will often complain of fatigue, constipation, cold intolerance, weight gain, and even depression. Both men and women can have thyroid disease. However, it's far more common in women. And because thyroid symptoms can significantly impact a person's quality of life, Dr. Avandahala says you should talk to your doctor if you're not feeling quite right.
It's important for women to, one, advocate for their health, but two, be conscious and conscientious of what their body is naturally telling them and seek help from a physician if they feel that something is off.
Testing for thyroid dysfunction is done with a blood test. The good news is, once diagnosed, thyroid disease is very treatable.
All right, well, let's go to Darby now with today's Save a Pet.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Pioche. She is a 4-month-old gray-haired tabby. It's short hair. She's so cute. The minute you pick her up, she just starts purring. She's super affectionate. She keeps tapping me on the face with her little nose. She wants to be scratched. She's so cute. I can't get over it. Her purr is so loud. Like, she sounds like a motor that's idling. It's so affectionate. You definitely want to come down and see her and all of her friends here in the cat room. They're on Siri Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can give them a call at 775-751-7020, and you can always look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Say bye. Oh, she just wants to smush her face.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, I know on our weather cam, we actually have the weather bug, which is the cameras throughout the southern Nevada, the state, actually throughout the world. So let's take a look at them right now. I think we have some Pahrump Valley High School, and you can see a difference in from night to day there, and of course in Red Rock Canyon and throughout southern Nevada. Thanks so much for that, Ubaldo. We're going to have weather from the desk right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Well, Michael Donahue is at the Board of County Commissioners today, so we're going to do our surrounding areas here in Las Vegas. Today's high, 62, tonight's low, 44. Death Valley, 70 with a low tonight of 50. Amargosa's high, 62 with a low of 38. Beatty, 62, 35. Goldfield, low up there at 52 with 23 of the overnight lows. 49 up there in Tonopah and 24 overnight. Carson City 52-29, Fallon 57-28, and Fernley's high 56 and 31 tonight. Here in Pahrump, partly cloudy with a high of 61, winds out of the west at 7 miles per hour, humidity at 48%, and sunrise 6:51 this morning. Tonight, clear skies with your low of 39, winds out of the east at 4 miles per hour with humidity at 63%, sunset 4:59. And your 7-day forecast shows some really good temperatures going throughout the weekend. Your mid to high 60s with your overnight lows and the low 40s coming up on Saturday night to 45 and back down on Sunday to 41. And we've got some strong winds coming through on Sunday, 11 miles per hour out of the south-southeast, and then switching over to the north-northwest on Monday with clouds up there in the sky. Monday's high of 64, low of 39, Tuesday 62, 40, and Wednesday clearing up just a little bit with your clouds in the sky, high of 64 and low of 41. And we want to let everybody know that we are streaming the Board of County Commissioners meetings when they have them on our Facebook. So if you want to watch them in current time, you of course can watch them. And we do the highlights here on News 25 and bring you the latest news. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.